Hello everyone, it's the Blar team. During the last couple of weeks, we have been working on helping AI agents to retrieve data of a company. Our last product helps AI agents to retrieve code repositories. We have done it by building a graph structure that represents the code and also an agent that traverses this graph structure. Now Jose is going to show you more about what I'm talking about.
So the basic idea behind this is that now we can transform whole code repositories into a graph. So in this case, we can see the graph that it's our own code repository, the one that creates this same graph. So it all starts from a folder. In this case, the source folder that we have right here. Inside the source folder, we can see it has a file that's run.py that also we have right here. Inside this file, we can see that it imports two classes, the Neo4j manager and the graph constructor class, that are the connections right there. So if we go inside the graph constructor class, we can see there are many different methods defined that are all those connections. One particular method that's interesting is the scan node. If we go to the scan node that we have right here, you can see that it calls another function, in this case, format directory node. So then we also link that function calls to this node. Something interesting to note is that this is a recursive function, so the function calls itself, as you can see right there, and also in the code right here. We also build an agent to traverse the graph. We did this by also including the textual information inside each node. So here we have the complete function name, but Benjamin here is going to explain a bit more how this works.
So what we did is a Jupyter notebook in where we define with LangChain an agent and passes tools to traverse the graph. I'm not going to enter in detail of the code. We are going to explain it later. So in this example, I'm going to introduce an error that is raising the parentheses in the unique ID method. I'm going to save it and I'm going to reset the graph. I'm going to erase it all and run the graph constructor again. So what we are going to see when it's done is this same graph, but with many relationships that shouldn't be done because we don't have a unique ID. So in here, when we load again, we can see that the graph is really faulty because all of these relationships. So the agent that we built is going to have a prompt that explains the error or the symptoms of the error really ambiguously or superficial. And the agent is going to traverse the graph trying to find the error. So the input that we did is the directory nodes generates multiple connections explaining what our code does. It doesn't distinguish between different correct directories. Can you fix it? And we give it a starting point mentioning run.py. So what the agent does is that starting from run.py, get the code, and here sees the code and skips ahead all the classes that imports and the method that utilize that. So at the end, it found that the problem was in format directory node, that is the method that I introduced the error, and give it the parentheses that it was missing. So for see more clearly what the skips that the agent does, in here you can see that started in run.py, later analyze the graph constructor, Neo4j manager, and later on discovered that in the graph constructor has the scan directory and later the format directory node that was missing the parentheses. That's the demo. Hope you find it really useful, and we hope to see your feedback in the comments. Thank you.